YouTube family. I'm so excited that you joined me today on my channel because I have been waiting to do this video. I'm so excited to be able to show you my magical way of being able to create signs using no cut machine. No stencils, no cut machine. Let's get creating.
Did you say no cut machine?
No cut machine. About 3 years ago, when I started doing a lot of wood signs with my handmade business, I invested in the very first silhouette Cameo that came out. And I didn't have any instructions online how to do it. It was a very new product that there just wasn't a whole lot of information about. And there was a lot of trial and error. And in the meantime of that, I did so many signs and kind of perfected my skill a little bit. And as the next levels of those machines came out, I knew, because I was able to earn my investment from that initial machine very quickly, that I needed to upgrade and buy the next machine each time. I now have the Silhouette Cameo 4, and it has been a game changer for my business. The problem is that those machines are quite pricey, and although they can really give you a turnaround for your money very quickly, that initial investment can be a shocker when you go to a creative store to purchase one of these for several $100s. In addition to the materials that you need on a regular basis to be able to use in that cut machine. This machine is incredibly versatile and it does so many more things that I've never even dabbled with my machine. I really just use it to make stencils. And so I just know that there's so many possibilities. But the problem is not everyone wants to buy one or can afford one, which would actually be my case normally. And so I want to show you in this video how you can make really great quality and successful wood signs without investing in a cut machine. I have a special material that I'm going to show you that works really well, and I'm also going to give you a list of other small materials that I use. This is a super inexpensive project. All of the details for the supplies you need will be in the description box. Let's get started. Wait, come back. I forgot a really important detail. We are giving away a Silhouette Cameo 3 for our February giveaway. If you want to be entered for your chance to win a Silhouette Cameo 3, you need to be a subscriber to our channel. Hit the subscribe button. Now let's get creating. For this project, you're going to need a piece of wood that you want to create your wood sign on. You can use sanded smooth plywood or solid wood pieces. There's lots of different scrap wood around that you can even find at your hardware stores, so don't invest on really expensive wood when you're practicing. You will have a little bit of trial and error, but it works out really well, really quickly. The other items that I'm going to use is graphite paper. I picked this up for $4.49, and I got 2 large pieces that come folded up in this package. This is by Craftsmart. There was only one brand there, so I think this is a pretty generic brand to be able to buy this. I've actually seen this also on Amazon, but I got mine at Michael's. I'm also going to use paint chalk markers. These come with different tips. I have a thin one and a thick one, just because I know I'm going to be doing some different fonts for my sign today. But you can buy these for only $2.49. So I'm still under a $10 budget to make this sign, where many of these materials I can use over and over again to make multiple signs. I think that's a win.
That's a win.
That's a win. I also relied on my regular computer printer that just has inkjet ink into it to be able to print on regular white paper, just the pattern that I wanted to do. If you're looking for items that you can print out online, you can just Google different fonts and write out words, or you can print them in your different font programs that you have online if you have any, or you can buy files on Etsy, just like an SVG that I sell on my shop, in a PDF form. That way you'll be able to print it out on a regular computer without having a cut form. So you can actually purchase those right from my Etsy shop, and they're really inexpensive, and you can use them over and over and over again. They just save on your computer. It's really easy. So I just printed mine to size with some standard size paper, and I actually cut it into different pieces. That way I could save paper and put it all on one sheet. I also created a larger design, which I also taped together just by printing out multiple papers, because I didn't have any of the long legal size paper. So I actually just saved a little bit on materials and printed it and pieced it all together. The other thing that I'm going to use for this is just a little piece of tape to be able to keep my graphite paper down in place where I want it, and some paint to be able to paint the background of my sign. So the first thing I'm going to do is prep the background of my sign and make sure that my wood is cut to size first, and then I'm gonna get transferring my letters onto my board. I'm using a scrap piece of wood, so I'm going to line up my design on the board to see where I'm going to want it laid out, so that way I know how short I need to cut it, because the edge of my wood here is all curvy from something else I worked on. So I'm going to make a mark and make a straight cut. That way I have a squared off sign. really fortunate that I have access to a table saw and a miter saw for different wood cutting projects. If you don't have access to one of these, many local hardware stores will actually cut wood for you for free. You just have to ask nicely, and sometimes they'll even just charge you a really, really small fee just for the time it takes them to cut it. They have different options available, and sometimes you can even buy pre-cut wood already there that's actually perfect, and then you can adjust your size to that. So what I'm gonna do next is just do a really light sand because I need to be able to paint these and get my base ready. It doesn't matter really what type of paint that you use. I just don't recommend you using acrylic craft tube paint for the backgrounds. It doesn't last, it soaks in, and it's just really not a good use of your budget for paint for how much you actually get. So when I say in some of my videos that I never use acrylic paint, I'm referring to the little craft tubes. I use acrylic paint, which is my beauty tone paint, but it's like a house paint. It's not your little tiny tubes you can find at your discount stores or craft stores. So this is gonna be your best option for your background paint. I'm going to paint my background now using one of my favorite brushes. I have a line of Elysia English brushes that you can purchase on my Etsy shop. I have 1-inch and 2-inch wide bristle brushes. They are my absolute favorite brushes. I've been using them for a few years, and I'm so lucky that I get to offer them on my shop. So if you haven't checked those out, I'll put the link above for you. But they work really great for painting wood sign backgrounds as well as even furniture. I decided to just do white backgrounds so you can really see how well this technique works when making your own signs with no stencils. See my pretty brush?
I love them.
When you do a lot of painting, you want to have a really nice looking brush.
It's gotta feel right.
It's gotta feel right. And maybe even have your favorite YouTuber's name on it. I think I'm gonna put a frame on it, so I'm not gonna paint the edges of these ones. And then I'm going to do a second coat of my white paint. And then when they're dry, we're going to start applying our lettering on so we can kind of make our template. In my package of my graphite paper, I had two 18 by 24 pieces of this kind of tissue paper, feeling paper. And it has a side that has sort of like this frosting on it. And then it has the second side, which is a straight black, which is actually the charcoal side. And so when we're going to be doing our lettering, we're going to put the charcoal side down once my paint is dry. And then we're going to put our design that we printed on our computer on top of it and tape it down in place. Now that I have a few coats of white paint on my background and it's all dry, I'm going to take the charcoal side of my paper and lay it down flat on my wood board. You want to try not to move it around too much and slide it across so the charcoal doesn't go on your background too much. And then I'm going to place it down and I'm going to tape mine into place. Then I'm going to put my design that I created on top where I want it on my board. I'm going to use a pencil and trace around the shapes of my lettering that I printed out. What you will start to notice is that underneath, go from the side, it will be transferring your image onto your board. Been this quiet all day. I'm concentrating. Ready to see the reveal? I'm going to show you what it looked like now that I've done the carbon paper. And so I have my design ready for me to use as a template to be able to fill in with my chalk paint markers. So I'm gonna get painting. So on the chalk paint markers, this one's actually just says paint pen, but there's chalk paint in them on the outside of the other package. And so what it has is this one has a little tip, and I've already started using this one before. So my tip is already black, which means that paint is already down in the tip. So this marker is my wider one and I haven't used it yet. And you'll see there's some white there. If this hasn't been shooken up, it will actually be completely white if it's never been used. This one I actually haven't used it. It just seems to have been shooken a lot in the package, maybe in shipping. So you want to shake them and you'll hear a little rattling inside that almost like a little ball is shooting from back to forth. And it's just mixing up the paint that's inside and bringing it to the tip. And sometimes if you use a little piece of cardboard or scrap board, if you just apply a little tiny pressure to it, you'll see that the paint starts to seep down the white into the tip of the marker. I'm going to start with my thin one and follow along all of the black lines that I created. and then use my wider one to fill it in. It just almost works like you're using a black Sharpie marker, but it's paint. It's kind of amazing. I'm not applying any pressure. I'm just using it the same way I would if I was drawing with a marker. I'm almost finished and it's turning out really good. I'm gonna finish up my last 3 words. I'm going to use a few pieces of scrap 1x2s that I have in the shop that I pre-stained doing another project. I'm going to put a frame on this. If you want to see different styles of how I frame my wood signs, I'll put the card above for you for my how to frame wood signs video. I think this project turned out really good, and although it took me a little bit more time than if I used my silhouette, it was super cost effective and a really successful way at making a quality wood sign. I got really clean lines and I think it turned out great. I'm really happy with it. So this is the way that it turned out. I have nice crisp lines and I was able to do the black font that I wanted for my sign without using a stencil. I just basically drew on like a marker and it worked out perfectly for me. The other thing that I love about this is that you wouldn't have to do black lettering because those markers are coming in a lot of different colors. You can basically get a whole rainbow of chalk paint markers at your craft store. So just because I wanted to really have this stand out for you to see how crisp and clean this style really came out and really how magical that graphite paper is, for such a small cost at under $5 for a big pack, I was able to create this and I can use that carbon paper over and over and over again. I think when we were kids in school, we used that carbon paper for months on end in craft class and we didn't really have to replace it. So I think it will last for a really long time. I've been fortunate enough to have my Silhouette Cameo for the past few years running my handmade business. But if I didn't have that, I would definitely use this as an option to create wood signs. I think this came out just as crisp as if I actually used one of my stencils. It just took me a little bit longer to be able to complete the project, especially because I'm a bit of a perfectionist and I wanted to make sure that I took my time and really worked really slowly. I don't do this method a lot because I do have my stencil cut machine, and so it was also one of the first times that I had done this, so it's not like I've done this over and over and over again. I do know that this is a really good option if you're looking to start your own handmade business, making signs, or just make your own home decor items for your own house. I'm going to be able to put some links below for you for some good sites that I found where I can find PDFs. If you search Etsy, you can even find them in my own shop, but if you search Etsy, you can find lots of different file packages for things you can print on your own computer. What you're looking for is PDF files. If you can print the image in a PDF, you'll be able to print it out on your computer and style it however you'd like. You can't edit these because these are already pre-existing designs that somebody has created, but you can print them out and make really great signs. If you're looking for a more custom option, then you would have to print out each individual letter, kind of tape it and piece it together as you saw me do at the beginning of the video. But really, even if you were doing that, it's a great option to be able to personalize a wood sign for maybe a family name or something. I'd love to hear in the comments section what you think about this method of creating wood signs with no stencils and no cut machine. I know we have a huge YouTube community, and so there's 86,000 of us with wonderful ideas and tips and tricks that we do at home ourselves. And so if you know of a better way or even an alternate way that might be cost effective for someone, please feel free to share it in the comments section because we can all learn from growing with the different things that we have all tried. So if we work together as a community, we can really help each other to create some amazing items.
We rise by lifting others.
We rise by lifting others. I get lots of comments about how you guys always say that I don't sleep, but for the past couple of days, we have been working behind the scenes doing our mudroom transformation and the DIYs for that video, which you will see tomorrow launch on our channel. But we also have some really big news about content for our channel to share with you. We have now launched the membership option on our channel. You will notice beside the word subscribe or subscribed, if you're already part of our YouTube family, that there is a button now there that says the word join. That button will access you into memberships that we're offering for our content. Nothing on our channel is going to change. That's existing on our channel. All of our content will continue to be for free. We are so in love with making content for our channel, and we do not want anything to change other than that our channel continues to grow and we offer more amazing content to our best family ever on YouTube, our English family community. And so we are now offering exclusive content. Each of the perks is designed to give you special offers to make you part of our English family in a really special way, like gaining access to a specialty English family badge that goes beside your name in chats and community tabs, as well as when we go live. You'll also get custom emojis that are specific to our family, like cute little gunner dog pictures, cute quotes that we use, a little paintbrush, and other really specialty emojis. More of these will add as we have more members to our community. Our second tier gives you a custom community tab that's for members only and all of the perks for tier 1. You'll also receive a 10% discount on any merch that's in my Elysia English Etsy shop. Tier number 3 gives you access to all of the perks for 1 and 2, in addition to a personalized creative item sent directly to your door from me. These items will vary every month, and you'll be able to have a collection of great creative items by the end of the year. You will also receive a 15% discount code for any merch on my Etsy shop, as well as having that exclusive community tab. You'll also have specialty badges and a lot of other great perks when you access that membership. And best of all, in the exclusive package, you will have your name on the end rolls of our videos. I think that's really great because it shows to everyone that you are a supporter of your favorite YouTuber. That's me. If you decide that you want to be a member or you're interested in considering being a member and you have any questions that are not listed in the details when you click the join button, you can leave the questions in the comment section and I'll be sure to answer any additional information that you require. As always, I want to say thank you to everyone for all of your support and our ever-growing YouTube community. You guys are literally the best ever. All of your comments and all of the feedback that you give us brightens our day every single day. We read through every single comment that you guys leave on our YouTube, as well as our other social medias like Facebook and Instagram. And all the support you guys give us on our Etsy shop just helps our family to be able to create more content. So thank you in advance for all of your support. I hope you found this useful to be able to create your own wood decor for your own home using no stencils and no cut machine. I love you guys. Thank you so much for all of your support on our channel, and I'll see you on the next project.